October 27th. I'm first warning meteorologist Eric Burris, and this is Coffee Talk, where we get together every day, just about 7 days a week. We chat about what's going on in the world of weather, hopefully get your day started off on the right note, the kind of note that helps you be educated. That way, when you hear people talking across the restaurant about the weather, you can say to yourself, they're wrong, but I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to just hear what they have to say. That's what happens to me. Anyway, I hope you're having a great start to the day, and I hope you're enjoying this big chill, because there is a dramatic chill. So much so that I had to do the most Florida man thing and put on a pullover, a little fleece, just because I don't want to say it's frigid, because that's make funnable, but it's, there's a bite to the air. Look outside, there's the Kennedy Space Center. Yesterday, it was a gusty day for crews that were out there, and if you look closely on the left side, that's 39A, where in just a couple of days, Falcon 9 should be lifting off on Crew 3. And it looks like, on the horizontal position, our Falcon 9 rocket, I believe. At least it looks that way. We'd have to get Master Control to zoom it in. And I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm on vacation this week, which means I'll do Coffee Talk. I will do all my social media stuff. But calling Master Control and asking them to zoom a camera in, that's where I draw my line. So we'll watch. I'll watch that and see if that is the right. It makes sense because they're going to static fire it and everything. So anyway, it probably is. If not, in the next couple of days, that'll happen. We've got the launch forecast for you in just a couple of minutes' time. It's going to be a good one. But first, let's start with what's going on right now, because it is chilly across town to the point where I did have to pull out my pullovers, and it's just like, oh, these kind of are too big for me. Yeesh. Anyway, 63 degrees right now in Orlando. What is it in my house right now? Let me look. Hold on. I just need to know how cold it is. I'm wearing shorts, and it's my back patio, so I'm not wearing shoes. Don't judge me. Okay, it's 59 at my house. So there you go. It's a little chillier here. That makes sense. Dew point is 58, so yeah. All right, so 59 at my house. From Coffee Talk World Headquarters, it's 63 degrees in Orlando, 60 in Leesburg, it's 58 degrees for us in the Villages, 55 in Ocala. And notice even along the coastline, 60 Daytona Beach, 62 degrees in Titusville, and 57 in Palm Bay. So it is a great start to the day. Good gravy. The radar is quiet. It is chilly. Dew point temperatures, as if you needed an update, they're in the 50s. We went from humid to OMG literally overnight. I mean, this is good weather. Now, that said, we do expect these temperatures to warm up today, so don't think it's going to be done and over with. We're back into the 80s by the afternoon, though we do have some chillier air right around the corner. Mostly sunny skies. 75, 11 o'clock, 80 degrees by 1 o'clock, and 84 will be our high temperature or so today. So yeah, not a bad-looking setup at all. Frankie, Connie, good morning to you. Kenneth, David, how are you? OMG weather. Yes, that's correct. Barbara, Mark, Shauna, good morning. Tiffany, Mirza, good morning to you. It feels great here in Sanford, Becca says. Oh, I couldn't agree with you more. Deborah, good morning to you. Smells like smoke in Sanford. I didn't see anything, but I don't know what that's all about. Let's see here. A nice chilly 56 this morning in Tallahassee. Isn't that funny? And it's not much warmer in my location in Winter Park. Cheryl, good morning to you. Carla says, Stella. Stella, come here. You want to say hello? I know you're so worried. Nobody's coming to get us, baby. More shopping. I know, Carol. Listen, I know. It's just one of those things, right? Marie, good morning to you. Dan, how are ya? Andre, thank you very much. Lopez Jam, love those dew points. Oh, I do too. Loving the weather. Please don't warm up. We do have some transitions, so I want to be clear. We do have some adjustments, and then we adjust back. So let's get through the forecast picture. We're going to do this one step at a time. We're going to start this morning. We're looking now ahead to the day. Next up is today's highs. And then we've got a bit of a speed bump I want to talk about tomorrow. So, yeah. Jenny says, man, I hope Universal's pools are heated. We're there for our 21st anniversary this weekend. I could tell you I turned my heater off yesterday. So this puppy, notice that the pool cover is up on the roller. We're done for the season. This pool is done heating for the season. So when the pool pump turns on in like the next minute, You're not going to hear the heater turn on. That I can promise you. Have to go run out to feel the great weather. I didn't know until Coffee Talk. Oh, Tiffany, it is so nice outside. So nice outside. Nope, see? Pool pump just turned on. Heater did not. Let's see here. Buenos dias. Good morning to you. Hope you're doing well. Marcos, ¿cómo está? About time we get some relief from the heat. It makes sense. We're about where we were this time last year. So, yeah, it makes sense. Good morning to you, Helen. Blessings, Beverly, back at you. Prodigy, good morning. You're my weather superhero. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, we are, by the way, on YouTube again. I changed the address. It is youtube.com/Eric Burris Weather. I got creative with that puppy. All right. Michael says, signs that snowbirds will be on their way. It's true. It's true. All right, let's talk about the big weather picture, all right? And then we're going to get into this afternoon. So pretty quiet across the Sunshine State, but look out to Texas and Louisiana. That is a significant cold front, okay? That's the kind of cold front that's going to change our whole weather picture. Yeah, it's chilly this morning, but we're going to start to get warmer this afternoon. Tonight's going to be another great night. But looking ahead, and seriously, looking ahead to tomorrow, we're going to have the kind of weather scenario where we're going to have to stay weather aware. We're going to have to be tied in. The temperature, tried to say comfortable and temperatures in the same word. The temperatures will be comfortable, but there's going to be dynamics upstairs in the atmosphere that are going to make us at threat, not just for showers tomorrow, not just for thunder showers tomorrow, but even the threat for stronger storms, okay? So we need to enjoy what we have this morning because right around the corner, we've got that next opportunity for some stronger storms. That said, let's talk today, and then we'll get into tomorrow, okay? So this morning, it's chilly. We're headed to 84 in Orlando by afternoon, which, believe it or not, is above average. 82 is our average high temperature. 83 is our forecast in the Villages. 80 degrees, your high temperature in Ocala. Some of us, like Palm Coast, won't even make it out of the 70s. So yes, it looks like an absolutely beautiful, beautiful forecast. Absolutely beautiful forecast. Michael says, had to scramble to find a coat. Yeah, it's funny. I came out here just wearing like my shirt and shorts, and I'm like, this is not going to cut it. You know? Know when to hold them, know when to fold them, right? Adam says 400,000 people without power in Massachusetts. I'm lucky I have power. Yeah, well, and that's the season's first nor'easter. We talked about it yesterday on Coffee Talk, and it's another sign that we're building into that fall/winter pattern. This air mass that's in place right now is obviously yet another sign. Leo says it's going to be a rough one for us Amazon drivers tomorrow. Buddy, just bring your poncho. And if you deliver to my house, I don't have a delivery set for tomorrow. I was going to say, if you did deliver to my house, I'd offer you a cup of coffee or a bottle of water. Hey, Jason, what's up, buddy? Hope you're doing well. Thank you for hanging. Daryl, good morning. Josh, it's my pleasure. Thank you. Beverly, how's next week going to be? Let's get through this week. We'll get to this weekend, and then we can look ahead to next week. Tara, I'm landing in Orlando after 11 p.m. Thursday. What will the weather be at that time? Tara, I think that you'll be in an okay position because that is after, I think, the worst of that weather. All right, so there's this afternoon. Tonight is going to be looking good as well. But then let's look ahead to the bigger picture, okay? So here we are in a nice, sunny, comfy setup, but there's that storm system, Gulf air pulling in moisture. Of course, chilly air diving in. It's the collision of those boundaries that are moving in. So looking ahead to tomorrow, that's when that stormy weather marches into Central Florida and gives us the opportunity for the showers and the thunder showers. Warm front comes in, kicks up the dew points, gives us some instability. We've got lift in the atmosphere. We've kind of got all these dynamics in place. It's not a scary setup, but it's one of those setups where, I mean, I'm going to tell you, having covered weather in Central Florida, you know, I've lived in Florida my entire life. We get this all the time this time of year. It's just going to be another opportunity to get showers and storms, and some of them may get a little stronger, all right? So here's what we're looking at in terms of, tried to click that button, in terms of our expectation. Most of our coverage area is under a level 2 threat for strong to severe storms tomorrow. Level 2 meaning scattered strong to severe storms. The only exception parts of Osceola and parts of Brevard, but I'm just going to be honest with you. You're still looking at the chance for an isolated strong to severe storm. So, level 2, scattered. What does that mean? That means there should be several showers and thunder showers that get a little nasty, okay? Which, of course, when we talk about severe storms, we talk about winds of 58 miles per hour or greater. We talk about an isolated risk for a tornado, and we talk about the threat of hail. Now, when we get into the dynamics a little bit more, this is kind of our threat breakdown in Central Florida. I think we're going to be talking about many showers and storms that produce some gusty winds. Case in point, any afternoon during the summer. Hold on, my wallet. I'm going to get comfortable talking to you. Case in point, during the summer, we get many showers and storms that get, a little potent, okay? This just has a little extra kick. So we could be talking about several showers and storms that get a little stronger. I think that for now, the spin in the atmosphere is relatively low, so I'm not overly concerned about a tornado threat. And for now, I think upstairs, because of the fact that we're getting kind of the warm front and then the cold front pretty close together, I don't think we have enough time to chill upstairs. So for now, it doesn't look like the large damaging hail threat is going to be there. We could get some hail, but we're not looking at a major hail threat. All right, so that's what we're looking at in terms of the threats for tomorrow. All right, any questions thus far? Larry, hi Eric, you probably won't see this. I am. But wanted to tell you you're looking great, buddy. Kudos and thank you for everything you do. Thank you, Larry. I appreciate it very much. So when does our 2 weeks of winter start? Well, listen, I mean, this is a step in the right direction, right? We're heading in that way. Tom says, my in-laws on Cape Cod said it's the worst storm for them in the last 15 years. That's significant. Yeah, that's significant. Bonnie, good morning to you. I was supposed to go on a boat trip on the St. John's tomorrow. Guess not now. I mean, I'm just going to be honest. I don't think tomorrow's going to be a great day to be out on the boat for very long. So let's do this. Let's look at Futurecast. I want to show you Futurecast, and then we'll look at the GFS model. I want to give you all the data that we can regarding the storms. Does this Futurecast go out? It does. Okay. All right. So let's just skip right ahead to 6 o'clock tomorrow morning, okay? So we're starting off quiet in the metro area, right? You can see the rains out west. That's the warm front, my friend. So that's the first piece of instability that's going to be moving in. Watch through time. 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Notice how it'll give some nastier storms out west, but it kind of fades as it moves into the metro. So that's the first round, late morning. And then I think that by early afternoon, you see how we get that little kick of energy there? That is when I think we're going to be talking about better opportunity for those stronger storms around 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, right? Continuing this through time. And then kind of watch how through the afternoon, late afternoon, it starts clearing out. And then through sunset, there's that actual front. Could see some storms along that. But sunset and beyond, we will gradually be clearing this out and we will be improving. That's our Futurecast model, okay? And then we may even see some lingering showers early on Friday. I don't really think that that's going to play out, though, if I'm being honest. Let's see. How does this Futurecast go that far out? Remember, we've got several versions of Futurecast. Each one kind of shows favoritism to this dynamic or to that dynamic. So this is 7 o'clock on the morning on our rapid refresh Futurecast. And you can see, again, they're both so far going with showers early in the morning. All right, so your morning commute, if you live out west, may include a little bit of rain. All right, I'm looking at this one for the first time because this one has updated since I looked at it last. Around lunchtime, though, that's when we're starting to get that push of the stronger storms moving through. Early afternoon is what this model's saying, and then kind of clearing out, okay? All right, that makes sense. And one last version of Futurecast. There it is. This is our beta Futurecast, if you will. So this model, interestingly enough, this Futurecast model is going fairly quiet in the morning. It does have the rains out west, but it's fairly quiet in the morning for our area because it kind of weakens that rain as it moves in, all right? Then into the afternoon, it brings the showers and the thunder showers in. And I mean, if I'm being honest, I think that that's one consistency that I'm seeing across all of the models, is that into the afternoon is when we see that real threat for the stronger storms. So I think that this is a good model. Whether or not we get the morning showers, that'll be left to be seen. But you can see those storms moving through, and there's 4 o'clock. Pockets of energy certainly moving through. Let's look at some of the subcategories of this futurecast. The beauty of it is it gives us like rotation. I just want to look and make sure that we're okay in the rotation category. We'll get through today because obviously we're not looking at those dynamics. Here's tomorrow. It definitely shows some weak rotation out west, but we're not really, you're not seeing the orange. You're seeing the yellows. You're not really seeing the oranges and the reds in our area. So it doesn't look like rotation is going to be a big thing. When we look at the lightning product of Futurecast, let's just come through time. Rolling through, yeah, and you can see there's the lightning product. So it is going with thunderstorms, okay, especially in our northern areas early and then our southern areas thereafter. And last but not least, I would love to see the hail product just to make sure that we're all on the same page here. Yeah, it doesn't really want to go with hail. All right, so that makes sense. Let's switch over and let's look at the GFS model. And look at timing. Again, this is raw model data, but, that's what you get. So that's 12Z tomorrow. 12Z tomorrow, of course, that's 8 a.m. So the GFS is going with some moisture out west early, and it's kind of bringing some showers in. So from what I'm seeing, just going through all the motions here, a couple of showers the first part of the day tomorrow, but it's going to be lunchtime on that things are going to get a little nastier. All right, and you can see that's 2 p.m., that's 5 p.m., that's 8 p.m., cleared out by 11 p.m. So it's going to be afternoon right up to about sunset or so. All right, so that's kind of what we're looking at in terms of the threats, looking at all of our Futurecast products. Again, biggest threat for tomorrow, I think, is going to be just gusty winds. Several showers and storms may have the potential to get into scattered gustier winds into severe category. And then, of course, I think 1 or 2 may get into, a threat for rotation or hail or something, but I don't think that those are going to be the big concerns. I think it's going to be mostly a straight-lined kind of a deal, all right? Is that good so far? How you doing? You okay? Let's see here. Leticia Brown Harris, good morning. I'm a school principal. Shall I cancel my trunk or treat at 4 p.m.? Send me an email, eburris@hearst.com. I want to get in touch with you. That way we can chat more about it. I would say at the moment, don't cancel it, but be ready to. I'm talking to a friend of mine who's also a principal. He and I are texting. But I want to make sure that I get you good information. So, Leticia, just shoot me an email, eburris@hearst.com, or shoot me a tweet or something like that. That way we can get a little more in depth, because I don't know exactly where your school is, but I want to give you the information that I can. Carolyn, have you ever used BuffKit to forecast severe storms? Have I ever? Good gravy. I feel like in college I lived on BuffKit. Yeah, absolutely. The nice thing is that you've got a lot of these resources online, so you don't have to even run BuffKit anymore. But yes, I've absolutely used the application many, many, many times. Let's see here. Let's get through. Trolls. Is the feed repeating for anyone? That's weird. I don't know. School pickup line may be fun tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, it might, depending on where you are. Let's see here. Looking forward to some rain. That version didn't show much rain over Oviedo. Yeah, Bruce, and again, take that with a grain of salt, right? Jenny says, wow, tomorrow looks rough and makes me worry for the LRC. Well, what it does is tomorrow gives us an idea, check mark for tomorrow, severe threat. Once we establish the pattern duration for the LRC, then that'll give me an idea of being able to give you months ahead of time. Hey, this day may be a little stormy, or this day may be a severe threat. So all winter and spring, that'll give us an idea of when severe threats are. All right? Frank says you can't see us in the beta. Okay. Really? I mean, the beta is off of a completely other computer, so it uses a different map, and I did my best to match it. So if I didn't get it, my bad. Let's see here. Betty, good morning to you. Linda, how are you? I have dog training class 6:30, 7:30 Thursday in Melbourne. Will worst or rain be gone? Honestly, it'll probably be about when the storms move your direction. The question mark that I'm seeing, though, is will the storms be potent by the time they get over to Brevard? The Storm Prediction Center is going with them being a little weaker by the time they get to you, which is why their official forecast for tomorrow is calling for the storms to be in the isolated severe threat. Now, that said, that's SPC Day 2. Give me 1 second. Just going to load up a couple of other products to get a little more in depth here. Nope. So this is the kind of the wind product. So what we're thinking about for damaging winds, okay, for most of Central Florida, you're at a 4-5. So we think that the bigger concern for tomorrow across much of the metro is going to be that damaging wind. Remember, on our severe scale, 1 to 10, you're at a 4-5 through much of our area. Brevard County, you're at a 2-3. So you're at a lower risk for damaging winds. In terms of severe weather, in terms of tornadoes for tomorrow, notice the threat for tornadoes is going to be greatest in our northwestern areas, okay? 4 or 5 in our northwestern areas. Across the metro, it's like a 2 or a 3, and into Brevard County, you're looking at like a 1. So the tornado threat higher for Sumter, Lake, Marion, and even Flagler counties. When you get into the metro, that starts to taper off, okay? But the biggest threat, I think, is going to be the wind threat. And then, of course, if we look to hail, the hail probabilities are not really all that great for us tomorrow, which is the good news. Something we're definitely going to be watching closely. All right? So all said and done, scattered strong to severe storms for us tomorrow. Donna, why are people saying Halloween is on Friday? I have no idea. Becca, Eric, we're going to my stepdaughter's wedding Saturday in the Ocala area. The wedding is at 5. We'll be heading out around noon. How is it looking? If I could be blunt as blunt can be, that wedding is going to be unbelievable weather-wise. Seriously. Let's just look at this 7-day forecast together, okay? So today, we start off chilly. I mean, I don't mind saying it. It's going to be a nice and warm one, up to about 84. Tomorrow, we've got a couple of morning storms possible, and then through the afternoon, I think we're going to get into a severe threat, okay? That's why that yellow triangle with the exclamation point is there. Tomorrow is what we call an impact day, meaning the atmosphere is going to give us some dynamics where we could be talking about particularly opportunistic storms. In other words, storms that try to feed into the atmosphere a little bit and get a little stronger. So tomorrow's going to be a weather day. And then for Friday, a couple of morning showers, clearing that all out. Highs in the 70s. What? Did I just hear that? Let's look at Friday. Let's just pause for a minute. Hold on. Come on, putz. When I remote in sometimes out on my patio, it gets a little sluggish. Let's look at Friday's highs. All right, these are our high temperatures for Friday afternoon. What? Now, this can change, of course, but what? 79 in Orlando, 77 degrees in Ocala, 78 degrees in Daytona Beach, 80s in southern Brevard County. That's our Friday afternoon. Yeah. So, yeah. Okay. Then let's look to the weekend, shall we? Saturday, waking up to temperatures in the 60-degree range for the metro, 50s north of town. What about Sunday? 50s, even some upper 40s possible? Are you kidding me? Yeah. So Saturday afternoon, we'll hit 76 for a high temperature. For that wedding, you might need to pull out the pullover, or a gentleman may need to be offering up the jacket. You know, that kind of, that's where we're at, Becca. It looks amazing. It looks amazing. Man. Joanne, good morning. So nice to see you outside. When I'm outside, you know that the weather is cool. It feels so nice outside. Now, when it gets to be just too cold, I go back inside. But this time, Fall is my favorite season, which means we're going to be doing some coffee talks from the patio. You know what I mean? Tracy, forecast for Halloween, and then I want to get long range, my friends. Okay? I want to get long range because there are some things. All right. Here's our trick-or-treat forecast as it stands right now. Sunset is at 6:41. When you see the word perfect, does that trigger anybody's emotion? That looks so good to me. That looks so good to me. 66 by 8 o'clock. It's funny, our neighborhood was talking about trick-or-treaters, and they're like, well, what if we do like 5 to 9? That way the little ones can go out at 5 and the older ones can go out at 9. And all I'm thinking is, if somebody rings my doorbell after 8 o'clock, maybe 9 o'clock, maybe that's when the kid, but somebody rings my doorbell after that, they're getting the trick and not the treat. You know what I'm saying? You wake up my kid. You wake up my kid. We're going to have words. Just saying. Barbara Ford, good morning. 59 degrees at Tarpon. It's 59 at my house, too. I just checked I checked it a few moments ago. Let's see. It's 60.6 now. Temperature has already started coming up at the old Burris house, Coffee Talk World headquarters. Repeating? Why would it be repeating? I have no issues on my end, so I apologize. I don't know why. I don't know why it's repeating on your end. That is weird. Yours has been repeating. Prodigy, addicted to the LRC. How many days are in one cycle and how many cycles per year are there? Seeing as how there is a pause we're in. Well, this is establishing the new cycle. So we don't know how long this year's duration is yet. We're going to find that out. But right now we're just kind of observing. Halloween is Sunday. That is a Sunday forecast. Yes. The time change is just thereafter. I don't understand the repeating. I have no issues on my end. That's weird. It must be get out of it and get back in. I don't know. Working in my home office with the screen door wide open. I've got the back door open to the house. If that air conditioner turns on today, we're going to have words. You know what I mean? Is that a Fairlife protein shake? No, this is a Premier Protein. I love it. Isn't the porch light still the rule? I'm just saying. It may be, but I'm just saying. Jeannie down in Stewart. Very nice indeed. I won't sweat my unicorn onesie. Oh, Christine, I love it. I'm going to be a spaceship. No idea how that's going to work, but there you go. Michael says, I've given up on Twitter, told our followers who watch you to go to Facebook. No one can chat with you on it. That is so weird. I'm sorry, friend. My doorbell has an off switch. I wonder if I could do that. I have a Ring doorbell. No idea. Mike, anything we need to watch in the tropics? Aha! That's where we get into the long-range stuff. The answer is maybe. Yeah, the answer is maybe. First and foremost, out in the tropics right now, let's just take a look and see what's doing. We've got the nor'easter. Okay, there it is. Let's zoom in. It is Invest 94. It has a 40% chance of trying to become a subtropical system. It's an extratropical system now. It's a nor'easter. That's where the X marks the spot. That's where it's located. Excuse me, right now. We're going to be watching this over the next couple of days. The winds are definitely to tropical storm or subtropical storm strength, but does it get that full circulation? Does it develop It's not tropical yet. It's extratropical, but does it try to pick up some subtropical characteristics? That's what we're going to have to watch out for. So it may try to become something. Okay? We'll have to see who's at my front door right now. Is it too early for me to say get off my lawn? Must have been a bird or something. that's something we're going to have to watch. Now, that's not going to be a threat for us, obviously, as it kind of loops out and around, but it does bring me to want to share with you our long-range stuff, okay? So let's take a look at the BSR, okay? So this BSR image that you're looking at right there, that lines up with, hold on, a cold front on November the 3rd, okay? So another front. But let's continue forward. Look out near Texas. The BSR is indicating a storm system almost riding along the northern Gulf Coast. While that may or may not play out, that is a pretty significant indicator of something out in the Gulf of Mexico. And that lines up, and I've put it in my calendar, as November the 4th. We added it 10 days ago, okay? I'm pointing this out because if we come back to our GFS model, and of course the most recent GFS is not showing anything, but I want to show it, and then I want to go to other runs, okay? So this is the GFS model that looks at mean sea level pressure normalized anomaly, okay? All right, so let's bring it full screen, all right? Let's bring it full screen, and you know what? I'm going to just scoot this a little over this direction just so that you've got like a full view of it. Okay, perfect. All right, so what we're looking at is pressure anomaly. All right, so there's that storm system for tomorrow. That is tomorrow morning. And you can see, obviously, the greens, the blues, the purples, that's lower pressure. Okay, so sure. What is lower pressure? We know lower pressure, stormy weather. So stormy weather moving through, yada, 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 yada. Clearing out into the weekend, pressure building. It's going to be nice. High pressure. Orange is gorgeous. November 3rd, November 4th. Now, around November 3rd and November 4th, look out to our east. You see how pressure's starting to drop? And a little something is kind of firing up there and moving away? That's an interesting feature. And I'm pointing that out because this model run is developing something off to our east. The few model runs before did something different. Let's go back to November 1st. Let me go from the current run to the previous run, okay? Watch the Gulf of Mexico. Oh, something developing there and then developing off. So if you look at the timing, that is November 5th, something in the Gulf Coast, okay? If we take that and compare that, that's November 5th on the BSR. That is something we called 10 days ago. The model yesterday just started picking up on it. Compare. Model, BSR. Model, BSR. BSR, model. Model, BSR, right? So I'm just pointing this out because the model yesterday started indicating it. Again, if you go to the current model run, it doesn't have it in the Gulf. It kind of just develops it off of our East Coast. But that's something that we need to watch. And as a matter of fact, if we go into our long-range forecast that we have updated over the last few days, what do we have on there? November 4th. Tracking the tropics and the Gulf, okay? So that's still a part of it. Okay, that's still a part of our long-range forecast. And then, of course, November 8th, there's going to be yet another storm system and front, okay? So there's that. So anyway, when we look to the BSR, that's what we've got for now. All right, what afterward? Let's continue on and let's look long range. So another decent little storm system. Now, I don't know that that one's going to be anything tropical. That may be something interesting to watch. That's around the 20th. Hold on. That's around the 6th. I've got a warm up. We're going to be warming up and then a little storm system. That is, by the way, oh, that's homecoming day for UCF football. So UCF football looks like it's going to be a warm one, and that's a 4 o'clock game. At least it's not a noon game. It's a 4 o'clock game. They just moved it, so that's at least a good thing. Michelle, Wi-Fi extender. I've got a Wi-Fi extender right here. It's just, you know what it is? I feel like extending Wi-Fi is fine, but extending it through the concrete of the house, it just gets putsy. Yeah. I don't know. Let's get through some comments here. You can snooze the ring for a couple of hours. The actual doorbell, though, can I snooze the actual doorbell? I don't know. We'll see. All right, so that's Tulane. That's the UCF Tulane game. Storm system, cold front. There's a nice cool front. There's an interesting storm system there. That is the 24th. That's the 10th. The November 10th and the 11th. All right. November 10th and the 11th. That's a pretty decent cold front storm system. If I was looking at this long range, which I am, I would say that that's maybe a severe threat. We added that yesterday on our long range calendar. On the long range calendar, it's not on the graphic, but it's on the long range calendar. So, for what it's worth, that'll be something interesting there. And then that looks like yet another southeast storm system. Now, I'm saying this right there. These indicators of these big southeast storm systems, to me, show once we get into the LRC cycles, this upcoming tornado season is going to be a potent one in the spring, all right? Because we're already seeing some pretty decent indicators of that, okay? Please blow your nose. Why? I don't have anything. I have allergies, but that's blowing my... They're clean. It's clean. Let's see here. Mike, thank you, Eric. I love the long-range forecast stuff. It's cool to see all the analytics. I'm such a nerd. Well, and it's one of those things that it gives us just a little planning idea. Like for homecoming UCF. It looks like it's going to be a warm one. That's a decent cold front and storm system there. What did I say that was? The 24th? So what is that? That equates out to the 20... Yeah, that's about the 10th and the 11th, around Veterans Day. Front moving through, another storm system moving in. 26th. 12th. Oh no, that's the 12th. That's November 12th. So that's the day that I'm going to be out at the DeLand Sport Aviation Showcase. And it looks like there's going to be a storm system in the area. That's November 12th right there. Friday, November 12th. November 13th, beautiful. November 14th, beautiful. Look at that storm system. One after another after another. These are big storm systems. Big storm systems that are moving through the Deep South. That's the 20... That's the 14th. I put big cold front in yesterday. Yeah, November 14th into the 15th. That is a big storm system and cold front. That's going to be a big one. That's November 15th. We put that in our calendar yesterday. Yeah, that's a doozy right there. What we're looking at, by the way, if you're not familiar, this is one of our long-range techniques. This is called the BSR, the Bearing Straight Rule. It gives us an idea of looking ahead to see what's doing. Brian says, no, not the first day of the DeLand Sport Aviation Showcase on the 11th. We have a great speaker coming that day. I know! It's like, you got to be kidding me. But at least the weekend looks better. This is looking beyond. So this is 29. That's November 15. And then that's cool air. And then another storm system. All right. Ay, Gewalt. I'm sorry that it doesn't look perfect, my friends. Yeah. So that November 8th storm system front. I think that the big thing for now, though, at least out in the tropics, is that November 4th timeline there, okay? All right. So we could have a tropical system around 11/8. I would say, Linda, we're looking more around the November 4th, November 5th time frame. That November 8th, it looks more like it's a cold front type storm system, but it'll be something to watch. All right. It's all right, Brian. You're good. You're good. What are big storm system? How severe is that? At this point, I don't know. At this point, remember, long-range forecasting is like looking down the road on a foggy day and you just see headlights. And you're like, that looks like something. super bright headlights. And you're like, that looks like a big something. You can't get into the specifics, but you can get an idea, and that's what long-range forecasting does, okay? So we'll be watching for some activity in the Gulf around the first week of November, but we've been talking about that for 10 days, all right? That's what we're looking at. In the meantime, my friends, just a reminder for tomorrow, okay? Today's weather, smooth sailing, but for tomorrow, we are under a level 2 risk for strong to severe storms across central Florida, okay? Just a heads up. But once we get through that speed bump, showers and storms, some of which may try to get a little feisty. How high are you? You gotta be like 300 feet. Hold on. Nerding out for a second. It says 500 feet. That was not 500 feet. I mean, apparently it is, but I just don't believe that it's 500 feet. Cool, though. A McDonnell Douglas 369. Buzz the house. Like it. Anyway, sorry, Avnerd. Once we get through tomorrow's strong to severe storms, the forecast looks incredible into Halloween. It looks incredible. Trick or treat looks incredible. Incredible. Thank you so much, Linda. I appreciate it. Hey, Madeline, good morning to you. Yeah, Linda, helicopter coming for me. That's right. Oh, Michael, that's the flyover I ordered for you. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. Mara, love it. You know you just pulled out Flight Radar. Yeah, just check the ADSB. That's right. Sonia, my windows just rattled. Yeah, that was a doozy of a helicopter. It was great. Maybe 500 feet from me. I don't know. I mean, ADSB showed it at 500 feet. That looked more like 300 or 400 feet to me. But that's just me. All right, my friends. Tomorrow, we'll be tracking storms. I'm going to be updating you throughout the day on our social media feeds, but I just want to make sure everybody knows, okay? All right, be the sunshine in someone else's day. Thank you so much for hanging out for Coffee Talk. It is a stunning day. If you haven't stepped outside yet, you've got to. You've got to take an opportunity to get outside and enjoy. Seriously. This is the stuff dreams are made of, all right? I'll be updating you on the severe threat through the day. And, yeah, see you for Coffee Talk tomorrow morning.